Hi, I'm doing a video on putting my seedling babies into the pot they're gonna be living in. Didn't set the camera up very well, did I? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use a clay pot because I think clay pots are best for succulents because they dry and they dry out really fast. And if you're like me and you like to water your plants a lot, clay is going to be the way to go. Now what I'm doing is I've put a lot of bees at the bottom, and I covered the hole with what's it called? Coffee, like a coffee filter, so that when I put dirt bits and the dirt bits start making their way down through the beads, they won't be making a mess. They won't be making a mess everywhere. So let me move this. Better? Kind of? No, not really. The other thing I just want to quickly show is I've had my succulents sitting outside, and do you see that right here? It looks like, and now I am familiar with birds, that looks like a bird, maybe a rodent, tried to take a bite out of my split rock. What the hell, man? I just thought that was kind of weird. Anywho. So back to the baby split rocks. They're going in here. It's a pretty deep pot. I don't like that for succulents. I think they need a more shallow pot. That's why I've added so many leca beads to the bottom. The mix I will be using, Malaysian trumpet snail from my fish tank. So I just pulled that out of this. This is substrate, rock substrate that was used in my planted fish tanks for years. And that's the pebbles I'm going to be using. These pebbles, the lighter colored ones, are the bonsai pebbles. So yeah, I'm going to use that. I'm also using this. This is cactus soil that you buy, Miracle Grow cactus soil, but I added more perlite to it. I added more perlite to it to make the mix a little more airy. And now I'm going to add some rocks to it. So it's going to be like a rocky dirt mix. And then I will be using sand to kind of anchor the babies down. Alright? A little bit more rocks. I'm trying to do like a half and half mix. There. You know, it's not... Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it's totally fine. Alright, so I'm going to be putting that on top of... No, I'm just thinking, the leca beads are going to allow a lot of the soil to work its way down through them, which could be good, because I do eventually want to switch these guys over to semi-hydro, or, I don't know. I want to switch them over to inorganic medium when they get bigger. So, I think layering this substrate will be good for them. So when it does all, I'm gonna have to make more dirt. So putting this layer on top, let's call it the baby layer, because it's a finer mix, and these babies are just growing their roots. So having your fine mix on the top, I'm going to put it all the way to the top. You know, and in this cactus mix, I'm finding little fertilizer pellets. I don't know how I feel about that. Alright. Okay. That is on the top. Probably put too much on the top. Take a little scoop off. Now, probably wondering, well, I've never tried planting it this way. I saw a dude in Mexico doing it this way, and I thought, that's really cool idea. And he was like super into lithops. So here are my lithop babies. We're not lithop babies, these are, what are they called? The split rock babies. What I'm gonna do is try to just gently get this cotton into my hand.
Without disrupting the baby so much. Pardon my dog's moving.
Whew. Okay, there they are. Now we're just gonna take that cotton, lay it on the top, because it will still be supplying the moisture that these babies are still needing. And with their delicate little baby roots, I'm not hurting them by trying to take them out of that. So you basically just take that whole cotton with the baby seeds on it, put it on top of the pot that you want them to grow in, take your sand and just sprinkle some sand over the top, like so. Now, I did just bury some of the babies, so I'm gonna tap tap. Probably getting a package. UPS man's probably coming. Now I'm hoping that the babies, Cookie, good girl, good girl, good girl, wow. She's actually a good girl there. Alright, so I have some babies. I tried not to bury the roots. I'll just put a dusting of sand over them. I can still see 1, 2, 3, 15. And I think there might be one seed kind of germinating down in there. So we shall see how they grow. Where's the other? Oh,
best dog ever.
That dog's the worst dog ever.
Best dog ever.
He pooped. He peed on my daughter's artwork. He brought rabbit poop into the house. He actually brought a dead animal into the house once and put it under a blanket. Yeah, that happened. He did that. It's horrifying. What else has he done? Everything, you name it. Confronted a coyote and almost died and gave me a heart attack. He doesn't shut up. Anyways, don't get a little dog, they're the worst. But they're cute and they're loving, but they're still the worst. Anywho, let's take a look. So there they are. Like I said, there's probably one seed in here that might be a little more buried than I'd like it to be. But for the most part, these babies were ready to go. And there's one right here. A little bit of green you can see. That one's just starting to hatch. I'm going to call it germinate. So yeah. So that's what they're in now. And for watering, I will just mist it. And just let them grow. Let them be and let them grow. And then once they're bigger, I'll be putting them into their own pots. But for now, they're in here. So that's how you grow them with the germinate and plant using that cotton method. And I like that method. It's a little different, but it works well. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned. Hopefully they'll start looking like split rocks sooner than later.